But I think the other important point is that people are concerned about integration. Look at some of the behaviour that we have seen on the streets of Britain since October 7th at those pro-Palestinian marches. I think
they've been
it's understandable.
enormously
I'm just going to
peaceful.
finish my point.
But there is a massacre going on in Palestine.
Zach, no one has interrupted you at all in this programme. But you constantly interrupt others, so can you just behave?
As I say, people are concerned about integration. They're concerned that when you have net migration well into the 600,000s, that doesn't give us every year, that doesn't give us enough time to properly help people assimilate into British life and British culture. They're worried that we are importing people who don't subscribe to Western liberal values as we all do. And I think many people in Britain are worried that they can't even stick their heads above the parapet and say these things for fear that they'll be accused of being racist, for fear that they'll be accused of being bigots. It simply isn't racist.
Bigotry and it's racism.
There are concerns that people are not integrating into British culture and British life as well as they could be, even though, of course, immigration has enriched us. Of course, it has in many ways improved our society.
You just don't like them walking on the street if they've got black or brown skin.
Oh, for goodness sake, that is beneath
If you're saying that you're walking in a march,
honestly,
those marches have been peaceful. Do you accept those marches have been peaceful?
Well, no, because people have been arrested at those marches, so they clearly haven't been
The people
peaceful.
being arrested have been people who have gone to incite violence and hate.
That simply isn't true. There are also people who are pro-Palestinian marchers. We had a Jewish person trying to cross the street who was told by a police officer that he couldn't because it might not be safe for him to do so.
But evidence showed he'd repeatedly tried to stir up trouble and the police had asked him to move away and he kept coming back. That would strongly indicate that the police are concerned that there is a threat to people's safety from a minority, of course, a small minority of people who are protesting on the streets of London. And the majority, of course, are doing so peacefully. I don't think anybody's denying that. More people will be arrested at Glastonbury.
Doesn't mean that people up and down Britain aren't watching the scenes and feeling worried that multiculturalism has failed in this country in some way.
People are worried, but that doesn't mean that those marches aren't peaceful.
But it also doesn't mean that you should accuse a fellow member of this panel of being racist, which is what you just did.
I think when something's racist, it's important to call out. No, I think if someone says something racist, then it should be called out. Now, I realise that's difficult and it feels uncomfortable to say that. I don't know you. But I think when people step over a line, it's important we call that out.
I think when you listen back to this, you'll think that you've stepped over a line, and I think you have. Let's